For many of us, mornings are a sacred time. They mark the beginning of new possibilities, a fresh start, a quiet moment to ease into the day. But did you know that some of the things you do, perhaps even before your first sip of coffee, could be silently harming your health? Especially after the age of 70, the body becomes more sensitive, more responsive, and yes, more vulnerable. What worked well in your 40s or even 60s might now be quietly working against you. Without knowing it, you may be practicing morning habits that are slowly, subtly, and silently affecting your health. Chapter 1: The Importance of Mornings After 70. Let's begin with a fundamental truth: mornings matter, and they matter even more as we age. As we grow older, our bodies follow a different rhythm. The body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, often shifts, causing earlier wake-up times and more frequent awakenings throughout the night. Many seniors experience lighter sleep, making mornings feel a bit more sluggish or disorienting. But this shift also means mornings are a critical time for setting the tone for the rest of the day, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Think of your morning as the foundation of a house. If it's strong and well supported, the rest of the day stands tall and stable. But if it's shaky, poorly managed, or rushed, even the best plans can collapse under its weight. After 70, certain organs, like the heart, kidneys, and digestive system, don't operate with the same efficiency as they used to. Muscle mass decreases, balance becomes more fragile, and the risk of chronic conditions such as hypertension, arthritis, or type 2 diabetes increases. This is why even small missteps in your morning routine can have big consequences. Chapter 2: The Silent Damage: Why It's So Dangerous. One of the most dangerous things about bad morning habits is how quiet they are. They don't hurt right away. They don't scream for your attention. They whisper, over time. Let's say you skip breakfast most days. You might not feel any different today or tomorrow. But a month from now? You could experience fatigue, mood swings, or even blood sugar fluctuations. 6 months down the line, the impact could be far greater: weight gain, increased risk of falls, or poor cognitive function. The same goes for dehydration, certain medications taken at the wrong time, or even excessive screen time first thing in the morning. These habits often sneak under the radar. And because they don't cause immediate pain or discomfort, they're easily dismissed. But make no mistake, the damage is real. And it adds up. Chapter 3: Before we begin, a note of empowerment. Now, before we dive into the specific habits, I want to share something important. This is not about guilt. This is not about shame. This is about awareness. If you're watching this, it means you care about your health. You care about living with vitality and independence. That's a beautiful thing, and it's never too late to make a change. The purpose of this video is not to scare you. It's to equip you. We're going to walk through 4 specific morning habits that could be silently harming your health. We'll explain how they work, why they're dangerous, and, most importantly, what you can do instead. You'll also hear stories from real seniors who've made these changes and seen real results. Because this isn't just theory. It's practical. It's real. And it could make a powerful difference in your life. Part 2, Habit number 1, Skipping breakfast or eating the wrong foods. They say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But is that really true? And if it is, what happens when we get it wrong? Chapter 1, The Morning Meal: More Than Just Food. For many people over 70, breakfast has either become an afterthought, or worse, a skipped ritual entirely. Maybe you're not hungry in the morning. Maybe you're rushing to take medication or get to an appointment. Or perhaps, you've just never been a breakfast person. But here's the truth: breakfast is not just a meal. It's a message. It sends signals to your brain, your digestive system, your heart, and even your muscles, saying, it's a new day. Let's get to work. Think of your body like an old classic car. You can't just hit the gas and expect it to roar into action. You need to warm it up, check the oil, maybe give it a little extra care before taking off. Breakfast is that gentle start. But skipping it, or worse, filling your system with the wrong kinds of food, can be a quiet saboteur to your entire day. Chapter 2: What happens when you skip breakfast? Let's walk through what really happens when you skip breakfast, especially after age 70. 1. Your blood sugar drops. After a night of fasting, your body wakes up needing fuel. When you skip breakfast, your blood sugar may drop too low, especially if you're taking medications for diabetes or hypertension. This can lead to dizziness, fatigue, and irritability, not a great way to start the day. 2. Your muscles miss out. As you age, maintaining muscle mass becomes more difficult, and more important. Protein intake in the morning helps protect muscle health. Without it, your body can begin breaking down muscle tissue for energy. That's right, no breakfast can literally eat away at your strength over time. 3. Your metabolism slows. Skipping breakfast signals the body to conserve energy, slowing down your metabolism. That might sound harmless, but in reality, it can lead to unwanted weight gain and poor digestion. 4. Your brain struggles. The brain needs glucose, a form of sugar, to function. No breakfast equals no fuel. You might notice slower thinking, memory lapses, or difficulty concentrating. For seniors, these symptoms can be confused with early signs of dementia, when in fact they may just be nutritional. 5. You're more likely to overeat later. Skipping breakfast often leads to larger meals later in the day, which puts stress on your digestive system, spikes your blood sugar, and can interfere with sleep, especially if you're eating heavily at dinner. Chapter 3: The wrong breakfasts are just as dangerous. Now let's say you do eat breakfast, but it's not a healthy one. A bowl of sugary cereal, white toast with jam, or just a cup of coffee and a cookie might feel comforting, but these choices can quietly cause damage over time. Here's why. 1. Too much sugar. Many popular breakfast items marketed to seniors, like instant oatmeal packets, flavored yogurts, or breakfast bars, are loaded with added sugars. These can spike your blood sugar quickly, leading to a crash later, and over time, contribute to insulin resistance. 2. Too little protein. Protein is essential for preventing age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. A breakfast without at least 15 to 20 grams of protein can leave your body undernourished. 3. Lack of fiber. Fiber helps keep your digestive system healthy and regular. A breakfast lacking whole grains, fruits, or vegetables can cause constipation, a common issue for seniors. 4. Overuse of caffeine. While 1 cup of coffee is fine for most, relying solely on caffeine can raise your heart rate, dehydrate your body, and sometimes mask fatigue that's actually caused by poor nutrition. Chapter 4: A Story to Remember. Meet Dorothy. Let me tell you about Dorothy. She's 78, lively, independent, and has always considered herself healthy. Dorothy never liked breakfast. She'd wake up, sip black coffee, maybe nibble on a cracker or two, and get on with her day. But over time, she began to notice something. She was feeling tired earlier in the day. She began forgetting small things, where she placed her keys, the name of a neighbor, even whether she had taken her morning medicine. Her doctor ran several tests. Nothing serious came up. But a nutritionist pointed out something Dorothy had never considered: her body was starting the day empty, and staying that way for too long. Dorothy was advised to add a simple protein smoothie in the morning, Greek yogurt, berries, and a handful of oats. Within a few weeks, she felt sharper, more balanced, and more energized. Her memory improved, her mood lifted, and she stopped dozing off in the middle of the afternoon. Sometimes, the biggest changes come from the smallest tweaks. Chapter 5: What to Eat Instead. Senior-Friendly Breakfasts. If you're over 70, here are smart, safe, and simple breakfast ideas that support energy, digestion, and brain health. 1. The protein plate. 1 scrambled egg plus 1 slice of whole grain toast. A side of avocado or a slice of tomato. A cup of herbal tea or decaf coffee. 2. The fiber boost bowl. Oatmeal made with milk or almond milk. Topped with berries, flax seeds, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Add a boiled egg or small handful of nuts for protein. 3. The simple smoothie. Half a cup Greek yogurt. 1/2 banana. A 1/4 cup blueberries. 1 tablespoon chia seeds. Blend with a little water or milk. Chapter 6. Quick tips to build the habit. Start small. If you're not hungry in the morning, begin with just a little protein, a boiled egg, a few spoonfuls of yogurt, or a piece of cheese. Set a reminder. Sometimes, we forget breakfast because we're rushing or distracted. Set a timer or post a note where you'll see it. Prep the night before, chop fruit, boil eggs, or portion out oats so your breakfast is ready to go when you wake up. Eat within 1 hour of waking up. This helps stabilize blood sugar and kickstart your metabolism gently. Part 3, Habit number 2, Taking medications on an empty stomach. For many seniors, medications are a daily routine. They help us manage blood pressure, regulate blood sugar, ease pain, and keep the heart strong. But there's one simple mistake that can turn a helpful habit into a silent hazard: taking those medications on an empty stomach. Chapter 1, The Senior Reality, A Life with Medications. By the time most people reach their 70s, taking daily medications has become part of life. In fact, the average person over 70 takes between 5 to 8 different prescriptions every single day. Some take more. These medications often include blood pressure medications, blood thinners, cholesterol-lowering drugs, diabetes medications, thyroid hormones, pain relievers, vitamins and supplements. With so many pills to manage, it's no surprise that routines are built around them, often first thing in the morning, before breakfast. It may seem convenient. You wake up, reach for your pillbox, take your tablets with a glass of water, and move on. But here's the catch: your body may not be ready for them. Chapter 2, Why an Empty Stomach is a Risk. Taking medications without food can create a number of quiet, but serious, health problems. Let's break down why this habit can be harmful. 1. Stomach lining irritation. Many medications, including pain relievers like ibuprofen, aspirin, and even some supplements, can irritate the stomach lining when there's no food present. Over time, this can lead to nausea, stomach pain, indigestion, acid reflux. In severe cases, ulcers or internal bleeding. This is especially dangerous for older adults, whose stomachs become more sensitive with age and who may already be prone to gastrointestinal issues. 2. Reduced absorption. Some medications require food to be properly absorbed. Without food, your body may absorb less of the medicine, meaning it doesn't work as well. This is especially true for fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K, calcium, certain antibiotics, thyroid medications, if mixed with calcium-rich foods too soon after. Imagine faithfully taking your medicine every morning, but not getting the full benefit, simply because you didn't eat first. 3. Sudden drops in blood pressure or sugar. Certain medications, like those for high blood pressure or diabetes, can work too quickly on an empty stomach. This can lead to dizziness or lightheadedness, fainting, fatigue, shakiness, falls, a serious concern for seniors. Food acts as a buffer, helping to slow the absorption and spread of medication throughout your system. Chapter 3, A Cautionary Tale, Meat. Walter is 76. A retired engineer, sharp-minded and punctual. Every morning at 6:30 a.m., he'd wake up, take his blood pressure pill with a glass of water, then go for a walk. For months, Walter noticed he was getting lightheaded during his walks. One morning, he lost his balance and fell on the sidewalk. Thankfully, he wasn't seriously hurt. At his doctor's appointment, everything looked fine, except one thing. His medication, taken on an empty stomach, was dropping his blood pressure too low. His doctor explained that a simple breakfast could fix the issue. Now, Walter eats a banana and some peanut butter before his pill. No more dizziness. No more falls. A small change, a big difference. Chapter 4: What medications should never be taken on an empty stomach. Here's a list of common medications and supplements that should be taken with food unless your doctor instructs otherwise. 1. NSAIDs, nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Ibuprofen, Advil, Motrin. Naproxen, Aleve. Risk: stomach ulcers, irritation. 2. Steroids. Prednisone. Risk: upset stomach, nausea, acid reflux. 3. Antibiotics. Amoxicillin, Augmentin, doxycycline. Risk: nausea, poor absorption, stomach pain. 4. Iron supplements. Ferrous sulfate. Risk: nausea, constipation, reduced absorption if taken with tea or dairy. 5. Diabetes medications. Metformin, glipizide. Risk: blood sugar crashes, nausea. 6. Vitamins. A, D, E, K, fat-soluble. Calcium. Magnesium. Multivitamins. Upset. Chapter 5: What about medications that must be taken on an empty stomach? Some medications do need to be taken before eating, most notably thyroid medication, levothyroxine. But even then, there are precautions to consider. If you're taking thyroid medications, take it first thing in the morning, 30 to 60 minutes before eating. Avoid calcium or iron supplements for at least 4 hours afterward, they can interfere with absorption. Drink a full glass of water to help the pill reach your stomach quickly. If you're unsure whether a medication should be taken with food or on an empty stomach, check the label and always consult your pharmacist or doctor. Part 4, Habit number 3, Staying in bed too long after. There's something comforting about lingering in bed. The blankets are warm, the world is quiet, and for a few more minutes, or even hours, everything feels still. But what if those cozy extra moments are quietly chipping away at your health? Chapter 1: When rest turns risky. After age 70, sleep changes, not just in length, but in quality. Seniors often sleep more lightly, wake up earlier, and find themselves rising during the night for the bathroom or due to pain or stiffness. It's no wonder, then, that staying in bed feels tempting. You're retired, there's no rush, and those morning hours feel like a time to rest even more. But staying in bed too long, especially once you're already awake, may be doing more harm than good. In fact, it can affect circulation, mental sharpness, mobility, mood, balance and strength. You don't need to jump out of bed and start jogging. But gently getting up, moving your body, and starting your day mindfully can protect you from issues that many seniors face, like poor blood flow, depression, stiffness, and even falls. Chapter 2: The Hidden Dangers of Prolonged Bed Rest. Let's take a closer look at what happens when you stay in bed too long after waking, even if you're not asleep. 1. Poor circulation. When you lie in bed for long periods, your blood doesn't circulate as efficiently. This can cause swelling in the feet or legs, numbness or tingling, risk of blood clots, especially in the legs, deep vein thrombosis. After age 70, veins and arteries become less elastic. Movement helps keep blood flowing smoothly. 2. Muscle stiffness and joint pain. Lying still in bed can cause joints to stiffen, especially in the back, knees, and hips. For those with arthritis, this can make mornings even more painful. Over time, this habit can lead to muscle weakening, increased risk of falls, slower walking speed, poor posture. 3. Mental fog and depression. Extended time in bed, especially without purpose, has been linked to brain fog, mood swings, reduced cognitive stimulation, feelings of sadness or worthlessness. The brain thrives on activity. Even simple routines like washing up, having breakfast, and reading the paper help keep it sharp. 4. Disrupted sleep cycle. Ironically, staying in bed too long can actually make sleep worse at night. It confuses your body's internal clock and reduces your sleep drive, leading to more restless nights and groggy mornings. Chapter 3, A Common Trap, I'm just resting my eyes. Many seniors say this phrase after waking up, I'm not sleeping, I'm just resting my eyes. But here's what often happens. You stay in bed past 8, 9, sometimes 10 a.m. You drift in and out of shallow sleep. You miss natural light, which helps regulate melatonin. You lose momentum to start your day. You feel sluggish and unmotivated. Then, by nightfall, you're not sleepy. You go to bed later, wake up later. And the cycle repeats. It's a silent pattern that slowly reshapes your energy levels, mood, and sleep quality, all because of a few extra hours in bed each morning. Your bed is a place of rest, not a hiding place. The world is still out there waiting for you. And even if you don't go far, every morning is a new beginning. Rise. Stretch. Smile. You've earned the right to greet each day with strength.